Hey, it's Evie. Welcome to my channel. You will have heard the expression by Neville Goddard. I think it came from Neville Goddard, living in the end. Live in the end, so live in the result of the thing that you want in order to bring it into your life. So you want that specific person back in your life, an ex-boyfriend, an ex-girlfriend, husband, wife, or just a crush, somebody that you fancy that you want to be with, or a friend that you want to be more than a friend, you want to turn into something else. How do you do that? How can you live in the end and pretend that you already have that when you don't? All you need to do, and I do this all of the time with everything that I have manifested, this is what I have done. I didn't necessarily know that that's what I was doing to start with. I just realised later on down the line that that was actually a thing. And I was doing it without really thinking about it. All you have to do with this is live in the end for 2 minutes. Can you do that? That's doable, isn't it? 2 minutes is completely doable, and 2 minutes is fun. And I don't want you to do any visualization or imagine being with them or anything like that. That's not what this is about. This is purely about finding a feeling and sitting with it for 2 minutes and then letting it go. All you need to do. So, one thing I am going to say about this is a lot of you that contact me are dealing with huge attachment issues, and I can teach you 101 different techniques in order to bring a person into your life. But if you are still attached to them, and what I mean is, by attachment, that resistant feeling that you have, you feel that this is never going to work out, or you feel when are they going to come, or just a general feeling of unease or of doubt it can be anything really. You will know, you feel it inside, and that's a resistant feeling. So if you're holding on to that, then this probably isn't going to work for you. Once you do it and you put it out there, you put that living in the end feeling out there, it's waiting, and it won't be forgotten. So say you manage to let go in a few weeks' time, then that will kick in then. It will only kick in when you've let go. So if you are trying to manifest somebody into your life for the first time, you're going to find this easier because you are not going to have that huge attachment. If it's a friend that you're trying to turn into more than a friend, then you may have some attachment. But try and imagine this as a little bit of magic. You are casting a spell, having a bit of fun with this, seeing what reality can do for you. Don't take it seriously. You're in the position that you're in now anyway. What difference does it make? So sit down quietly. Don't think about that person. Think about, let's start with a text or a phone call. Think about how you will feel inside when you get that phone call from them. So imagine getting the call, and you don't even have to sort of visualize getting the call. Just imagine a feeling of getting that call and how you will feel, and sit with that for as long as you possibly can. By that, I don't mean don't go above 2 minutes, don't go beyond 2 minutes, you don't need to, and then it becomes resistant and you feel like it's a chore then, so you don't want to do that. And if you lose that feeling within a few seconds, it doesn't matter, have another go. To be honest, you only really need a few seconds. As long as there's that emotion behind it and it's a really strong feeling, it doesn't really matter if it only lasts a few seconds. Don't get hung up on how long you can make it last, because then you try again and again and again, and then it becomes obsessive, and that's what you don't want. You need to take this lightheartedly. You do that, you sit there and you think, okay, I've done all that I can do now. There you go, reality, over to you. See what you can do with that. I do this with absolutely everything, like I've said, in my life, with the law of attraction. Everything that I've brought in, that's what I have done. And I didn't know that I was doing it. I just did it because I just did it naturally. It was like a natural thing for me to do that, and I hadn't thought that it was a thing. And well, it's not really, because it is what we're supposed to do naturally, and actually we do it with things all of the time, because we just don't know that we're doing it. So I was doing it purposely, and that's what you need to do it purposely. Get that feeling, that, I don't know if it's an excited feeling for you, or whatever that feeling is for you. It might be different for everybody. Get that feeling, let it go. You're giving it over. You don't know what you're giving it over to, and you don't need to know. And that's the thing. Don't question. It's not your job to question. This is magic. Treat it as magic. I believe it all comes down to quantum physics. That's what I believe. But that's just my belief, and that works for me. But I don't look deeper into it than that, because I don't understand quantum physics. I love reading about it, but I don't get it. And I don't really want to get it, because I like to think of this as magic. So do that. If you're attached, you can still do it, but you won't get that immediate result until you're not attached. You can become unattached for a few minutes, you get really engrossed in something and you become unattached, and then it can happen in that time, and possibly it will happen in that time. But the problem is, then you've brought them in, you've got that text, you've got that phone call, you're not in the best possible place for it. So I would suggest that if you're feeling attached, you don't practice this. You practice letting go, and you practice just thinking you are important, you are number one. When you are right inside, everything else is right, because everything inside is what's projected out. It just is, and it's what we get. I've spoken before about everybody is you pushed out, and I think it's a bit of a misconception or a misperception about what Neville said, really. I think it's more the world is reflected back at you. What's inside is what's reflected back at you, not necessarily people, but you can change people's behaviour as well, which I have done. But I don't think that every event going on around me, I don't think that every person around me I have created in that way. I don't think that, but I do believe that when situations happen, when a drama happens, when something happens in my life, it will be caused by something going on in here, and how the people within that drama behave seems to be selected by the universe. I'm not selecting that person to do this and that person to behave like this. That's just happening, but I can change that. That's slightly off topic from what I'm saying here, but what I'm trying to say is manifesting a specific person into your life is all about you, and it isn't about them. So if somebody hasn't texted you or phoned you and you want them to, or you're expecting them to, it's not their fault. It's you. You are resistant inside, and whatever's going on inside of you, you are getting back. So they're probably thinking about texting you and phoning you, and they're making excuses to themselves about why they can't do it. Maybe they're a bit scared to do it in case you don't want to know, or they'll be coming up with reasons why they can't phone or text you even though they want to. Does that make sense? And that's why you have to let go, because you have to let them come to you. There's no good trying to bring them in and doing all of these techniques, but they're not allowing them to come, stopping them, saying, no, sorry, I know I said that I want you, but yeah, I don't really. That's what it's like. And that's what you have to let go of. And that's what resistance does to manifestation. It's like reality. It's like you're telling reality that actually, not yet. That's how I've experienced it, and that's what I believe with everything. And living in the end works for absolutely everything. Specific person, manifestation is nothing different than a new car, a new job, a new house, new career, anything like that. It's nothing different. It's just it's energy, money. It's all just energy. Everything is energy. So you can do this. If you don't have attachment, give it a go today, by all means, and let me know if you have any success with it. I've kind of talked about this in various different ways in different videos, and people have left comments and said that it's worked for them. And there's an older video out there, and I'll put a link to it below actually, and it's all about what's stopping you from manifesting, what the missing link is, the letting go. And somebody did comment on that the other day and said that it was the only thing that they manifested an hour after watching my videos. So let go, let go, let go. If you can't let go, come back to this and try again when you feel that resistance is lower. I know when I've let go of something, I feel it inside, I feel it's gone. And I know when I'm holding on to something, I don't have to question whether I'm holding on. I know I am, we know really, our intuition knows, we know. So give it a go, let me know how you got on. Any questions that need to be detailed, then please do go to my website and select general inquiry from the comments section. I know we'll get back to you and give you a detailed, bespoke response, and something that I can't make comments too long here. So do that. I am more than happy to help you. I have a book coming out, How to Get Back with Your Ex. So a bit different than specific person, but it does apply really. And that is coming out next week. It's almost tied up now, almost done. So it'll be available on Amazon. It will be available on PDF download, probably as an EPUB as well. So an ebook as well, probably. Not 100% sure of that. It will be available on Kindle through Amazon, but I want to see if I can do that on my site as well, so you can read it on your e-reader and whatever. But I'm not 100% sure if I'm talking nonsense there, and that may not even be possible. But definitely it's a PDF download, and it will be £1.99. So yeah, hopefully that'll be really useful, and that covers absolutely everything with manifesting your ex back, how you need to behave. It just covers everything. I wanted to cover everything in one book. It's not hugely long. I think it's going to be about 30 pages long, so it's not too much for you to read, and you can keep going back to it. So thank you again for watching my video. I appreciate each and every one of you that watches the videos and that subscribes, and if you haven't subscribed, I would absolutely love for you to do that and come back and see what else I've got going on. That would be amazing, and yeah, see you again soon.